if you guys have seen those adjustable, removable, elastic bands floating around YouTube and social media, but I have, and I was super excited when Bejoy Hair Wigs slid into my emails and asked me to collaborate with them on this video. So we are gonna do like an infotutorial, and I'm gonna show you how these bands work and show you how I slay my unit, which I did a fantastic job on, okay? Not trying to brag, but I did do a good job. So we're gonna go over all of that, and the hair is kinky straight hair. It's a lace front wig, 24 inches long, and this is what the band looks like. Kind of like a bra strap with hook and eye closures, which is kind of interesting because I did an elastic band like this, an adjustable one on my wig a while back. It wasn't removable, but it was adjustable, and it had hook and eye closures. That's the only thing I could think of to use on my wig. So I am going to wash my hair, and this is something that we do now on this channel. If you are new here, please subscribe and please wash your wigs before you wear them. I decided that I'll actually show myself shampooing my hair, or at least show the hair wet when I do my tutorials, because it's kind of disgusting not to wash your hair beforehand. You might be allergic to something they used in processing, so definitely wash your wig. And I'm using Lotta Body's sulfate shampoo. It has sulfates, therefore I use it on my wigs. I used it on my natural hair in the past, and I'll link a video down below. And I was using the products to test how they would work on my hair because they are affordable. And I don't think the shampoo even cost $3, honestly. But this is what I'm using. It works well on my extensions, helps keep them nice and clean. And after shampooing, I have to get rid of all of that soapy mess. So I'm using my Gabrielle Union Flawless by Gabrielle Union conditioner, the last of it, literally forcing the last of it out. And what conditioner does when I put it in the soapy water is it brings it down. All of those suds are coming down because there really isn't that much water in there. It's mostly the foam, the sudsy, soapy mess. So after putting it in there, the conditioner helps dissolve all of that, and you see the water that I was washing my wig in, and I'll just go ahead and drain that. It's a lot faster than waiting or using excess water to do that job. So now I'm using conditioner to condition the hair, and I'm doing this because I did use a drying shampoo. Sulfate shampoos can be very drying, so I'm using the conditioner because of that. But usually I don't like using conditioner on extensions because you just never know if you have a film on the extensions and they might be dull and lifeless after. But it is a good practice to use conditioner, so definitely condition your weave. And after squeezing out all of the conditioner, I am going to towel dry my unit. It takes about a day or two to towel dry, so just in case I need to use my mannequin, I just lay them flat to dry and use my mannequin for something else. And this is what my wig is looking like inside out. You've got your area where you dock your bands. I have combs on either side, a comb in the front and a comb in the back. And of course on this other side, you have the other area where you anchor your band. So I'm going to start by cutting the back lace off. I don't need it, and I don't need it showing through at all. So we're gonna cut that out, and then I'll show you guys how I put the elastic band on. I'm gonna show you guys how to put it on what I feel like is backwards, because I want you to see how the hook and eye attach, but you can go the other way. Either way, it doesn't matter, as long as in the middle, the adjustable area, you adjust it to fit your head. That's what's most important. So yeah, go ahead and adjust that to your desired length, and then your wig is ready in the back. So now I'm gonna cut my lace off in the front, and you can see that they already pre-plucked the unit. You can pluck it some more if you want to, but it's not necessary. And you have 13 by 4 inches of parting space, I believe. I like to cut going up, then cut going across. It makes it a lot easier for me to cut and not mess up. But you can cut your lace however you want to cut your lace. and there are baby hairs on this unit as well. I don't play with baby hairs. I am not good at them. I do not come from a baby hair laying tribe, but this is what the unit is looking like, and we're gonna go ahead and put it on so that we can slay it together. I did a good job slaying this wig. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna keep saying that. But I started with the band in the back, and then I'm gonna pull the wig and make sure everything's good back there. And now that everything's nice and flat, I'm pulling everything all the way back, making sure it's secure. And the comb, I put it under the band in the back. Now in the front, I'm just pulling forward, making sure the wig sits nicely. I also want to make sure that my wig reaches my sideburns. That is very important. And I'm also feeling around to see where my part will go. I have it on the side. There's a little bit less parting space on this area, but this is where the wig told me to go, and that's where I'm going. And I'm starting with my Got To Be Glued gel, and I don't do this anymore, putting it on. What I do now is I use a wedge and I sponge it on, and this makes it so that my application is nice, smooth, seamless. It goes where it needs to go, and I have a lot more control over how I apply my Got To Be Glued so that there is no mess. Then I go in with my Got To Be Glued freeze spray, and this will help dehydrate that just a little bit before I go in with the blow dryer. And I am going to pull my lace down and put it where it needs to go. If you find yourself stretching out your lace, it's probably too tight. You should be able to place it where it needs to go without it being too stretched. It is a bit hard to just navigate your head, but it shouldn't feel tight when you're pulling your hair forward. Also, I am pressing down, and I can do that without the fear of product seeping through because I made sure it was nice and tacky, and I made sure I didn't apply too much. And I'm going in with my blow dryer to make sure it's nice and dry. It takes about 1.5 minutes for me to do this, and I'm doing it on low heat. Do not do this on high heat, you will burn yourself. But I'm doing it on low heat, and I'm gonna go in right under the sideburn, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit more product there because that's what I use to bring the lace forward. So I always have a tiny flap there, and just a little bit of product, that's it. I'm also going to use the freeze spray down there. It's not necessary, honestly, just a little bit of anything. It doesn't matter what you use because it's such a small area, so it doesn't really matter. But just to be good and to do the right thing, I'm gonna do the right thing and blow dry some more to make sure it's on there. In the very front, I just apply a little bit of product right there to secure my lace. This is not a challenging area. You cannot screw this part up, period. Now I'm going to part my hair. I have limited parting because it's on the side, but there is more parting in other areas, and this is just fine for me, honestly. I'm gonna go in with some powder, and this is Bare Minerals Bare Pro in the shade 27. Not like it really matters. Go in with something that matches your scalp. Now I'm going to go in with a hot comb to make sure everything is nice and seamless. I do have a little bit of frizz because I did wash this unit, so it's not exactly in the best shape, and I just need to smooth it out a little bit with the hot comb. So about this elastic band, it does keep my wig on. It doesn't have as much tensile strength as the traditional one, but I am curious to see what improvements they come up with because I feel like there may be in the future one that is a little less flimsy and a little less loose, if that makes sense. It does feel a little loose with the flaps, so I'm curious to see where they will advance with that. But so far so good. I am loving it. It keeps my wig on. It doesn't give me a headache. That is a big plus. So I truly am thankful for that. I have all the information about everything mentioned in this video in the description box. And thank you so much for watching as always. If you guys have any questions, comments, comment down below, and I'll talk to you in my next video. But until next time, take care.